Cool. So, hi, good afternoon, everyone. Today we are with Shreya right here. She has scored a whooping 99.86 percentile on the CAT examination. We're gonna ask her loads and loads of questions so that we can also understand her strategy for taking the CAT examination and excel on the same. So, congratulations, Shreya, and on behalf of the entire team of Hitbullseye, I really thank you for coming down here and sharing your experience with all of our students. So again,
Thank
once
you.
again,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we'll start off from the very first question. How was your overall experience?
Okay, so it was, I remember back in December 2020 that I planned to prepare for CAT as soon as my semester ended. So I started the preparation. I had a full plan ready, month wise, section wise, slot wise, when will I do what syllabus, when will I start the test, mock test, etc. So it was back in December when I started put in. Some months were very hardworking, some were less hardworking, but yeah, I was consistent throughout. So I did. Of course, the day of exam, I had the fears with me. Even the mock test results, they somehow scare you. But overall, yeah, it was an adventurous experience. And finally, it's your.
And as I think everyone would be eager to hear, what was the first reaction after seeing the results?
Is it really me? Okay, that was the reaction because what happened is when I came out of the CAT center, everyone around me was DILR तो बहुत मुश्किल था हमसे नहीं हुआ. I was not able to do even one question, very difficult. Even all the three slots, I heard the same thing, and I was like, I did everything. So I was too sure that I'm gonna get so much of negative marking. In overconfidence, I have ticked the wrong answers, or maybe I did not get the questions right. So I was not at all expecting this to happen. So the day it came, the day the answer key was released, and I calculated my score, I was like, okay, it is really happening now. So yeah, I was like on the seventh cloud.
I am pretty sure on that, and I can see it right from your face. She's still
Thank you
on the
so much.
seventh cloud. I can see the vibe. Here. Okay, moving on to the strategies now. So, what are strategies did you really adapt in order to get this score, or maybe the score that you had thought of?
Okay. Basic funda is that you have to be consistent. That is the thing. But if I go section wise, then let us start with English first, verbal ability. So, okay, the first day when I told you that I started in December, I started with one mock test to know that where I stand. And honestly, I guess I was 89 percentile was what the results told me. Then I knew, okay, these are my weak parts and these are my strong portions. So quant was already strong. But if I come to verbal ability, I am good in English, I feel. But somewhere I've found that some questions are really difficult. I'm not able to solve them. For example, the paragraph summary and rearranging the parajumbles. That I was finding very difficult. So for them, I had one simple strategy: do five parajumbles every day. To be honest, I did not do them every day, like complete 365 days, but I used to make sure that not five, then at least one, so that I kind of get the gist. Watch YouTube, watch videos on that, solve the questions. And for comprehensions, here I am honest, I read the newspaper daily because I was already fast, but to be able to comprehend more, this was something I did that adds on to your GK as well. So the editorial section of any newspaper that you're getting in your hostel, I used to pick it up and read it. That was for verbal. Then DILR, honestly, I was not able to solve it. Like aptitude, I'm pretty good at, but the kind of questions they give you, that paragraph questions that have seven aligned questions to them, you can't solve one paragraph, then you cannot solve the seven questions. So there I was lagging a lot. That was my weakest portion. So for that, practice. Only practice. Start with the most basic ones, then keep on practicing. You might feel that what you're practicing is not coming in the mock test or is not coming in the exam also, but no, that is somehow gonna benefit you. Like I tell you, I was feeling DILR तो मुझे मिल ही नहीं रहा, मैं कहाँ से करूँ? But it's just your patience and your practice which takes you through. And quant for me was naturally well, so no special efforts on that except from practice. So this was my strategy.
So I think practice was that one word that I could hear in all of your lines. So I think
That is it,
practice,
yes.
solving a lot of mocks, reading the newspapers daily, and maintaining that consistency
Yeah.
on developing those skills.
Yes.
So I think that's how we would summarize it, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Perfect. What is that maybe one challenging area that you would like to count upon?
Okay. Particularly, let me take this question into two ways. One is my personal big challenge, and second is one challenging area of cat. If I go to the one personal big challenge that I have, that was staying self motivated. Like, you don't have cat in your academics, right? Your college is not going to teach them, you will not grades on that. So there's no motivation for it. Every day you have to count on yourself, sit there, even if it's boring or the same thing that you are doing and you're not getting scores, still you have to do it. So that self motivation was the biggest challenge for me, because for, let's say, for 2 days I'm not able to do cat preparation, then the third day I used to feel depressed, but at the same time I don't want to start it again. So that thing somehow tortures you a lot, so you have to fight it, and daily, or maybe alternate days, you have to do it. I have one line. That line, my father told me that you cannot run always. It's okay if you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But keep moving. That is important, because if you stop, that is the point you're going to lose. So keep crawling was my personal challenge. But now in CAT, as I told, DILR was my weakest section and the biggest challenge for me, because that time also used to pester me a lot, that 40-minute slot that we have for DILR. So for that, only practice. Practice was the key.
Perfect. So I think she was counting upon one day at a time, and that's how she did it.
Yes.
Wonderful to go for. And Shreya, if I talk about the overall experience, how different was it from whatever you had maybe heard about, or
Okay, honestly, it was not a big difference that was there. Like, if I talk about the mock test that I had given, the interface was exactly the same. I had also given that CAT test, which is there on the official website. So even that was exactly similar to what I was preparing from 1 year. So I had a pretty good experience of how to attempt the test on the computer. So the exam day was not a challenge for me, not in terms of time, not in terms of the interface, not in terms of what exactly do I have to do once I reach the center. So yeah, there was no big difference, I guess. Just for a joke, one thing that happened is I reached there with my Aadhaar card and they said it is not valid. So that something happened unexpected. Rest, no, I was fully prepared, thanks to them.
always and always. One last thing, of course, although you've already mentioned a lot of things already in the last few minutes, but still, if you have to, give not your juniors but all the peers one that key mantra for success, what would it be?
No bahana. This is something I tell to everyone, like everyone who comes to me, especially my younger brothers and sisters. I always tell them, कुछ भी करना बस बहाने नहीं. Whenever we say मैं बीमार हूँ और आज मन नहीं है or I have my exams, I have my academics, believe me, all these are bahanas. When you have to do one thing, you can find only 1 hour in a day, like anyhow you can, maybe someday you can sleep for only 4 hours. 4 hours is nothing. See, someone once told me, I used to believe that no, I need 8 hours sleep, otherwise I cannot work. But someone once told me with such confidence that सोने को तुम 4 घंटे भी सो सकते हो, it's your body that will adapt to it. So there's no scope for bahanas. You have to believe in that and then just keep on doing it. Bahane side rakh doge, you will find time every day to put in yourself, and then what is difficult?
Thank you so much for that. So, with no bahanas, reading newspapers daily, being consistent with not just your practice but also your mocks, and a lot many other things that you are taking from her, I'd like to congratulate her again for the whooping percentile that she has received.
Thank you so much.
And we are really hoping that she get all the calls that she deserves and get a great career ahead. So, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for being here, Shreya.
You're welcome.
It was wonderful interacting with you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're
Thank
welcome.
you.